Eugene was a 25-year-old office worker with an average appearance and a modest salary of $32,000 per month. He had been dating Delia, a 22-year-old woman, and their relationship had been good. At least that's what he thought. Lately, Eugene noticed Delia becoming distant. After quietly investigating, he discovered the painful truth. Delia was cheating on him with a handsome, wealthy manager from the electronics industry who seemed superior to Eugene in every way. One day, Eugene confronted Delia about his discovery. His hands trembled as he spoke. "Is it true? Are you seeing someone else?" Eugene asked, his voice barely steady. Delia sighed, looking down at her coffee cup. "I was going to tell you," she said quietly. "I think we should break up." "Break up? After everything I've done for you?" Eugene couldn't believe what he was hearing. "I'm sorry, Eugene. People change. Feelings change." They argued for almost an hour before Delia grabbed her purse and left the cafe, leaving Eugene alone with his shattered heart. That night, Eugene couldn't sleep. He thought about all the gifts he had bought her, all the times he had been there for her, and how she had repaid him with betrayal. His sadness turned to anger, then to something darker. Dangerous thoughts crept into his mind, thoughts of hurting Delia, of making her pay, perhaps even ending both their lives together. "If I can't have her, no one will," he whispered to the darkness of his room. A few days later, Eugene called Delia, his voice surprisingly calm. "I've been thinking about what happened," he told her. "I think you're right. We should break up peacefully." "Really?" Delia sounded relieved. "Yes. But could you return the pet mouse I bought you? I'd like to keep it." "Of course. How about we meet the day after tomorrow?" "Perfect," Eugene said, a cold smile forming on his face as he hung up. With his plan set in motion, Eugene felt strangely calm. That evening, he decided to continue watching the romantic drama series he had started but never finished. As Eugene watched the show, he grew increasingly uncomfortable. The plot was eerily similar to his situation: a man whose girlfriend betrayed him for someone else. But what shocked Eugene was the main character's reaction. Instead of seeking revenge, the man chose to forgive his girlfriend and let her go peacefully. He even wished her happiness with her new partner. Eugene couldn't understand this until the main character said, "True love isn't about possession or control, it's selfless. If she's truly happy, that should be enough." By the end of the show, the main character had moved on and found someone who was a much better match for him. They married and lived happily together. As the credits rolled, Eugene sat in silence, a sudden realization washing over him. He was horrified by the thoughts he'd been having. Yes, Delia's betrayal hurt deeply, but would hurting her solve anything? It would only destroy his life too. "If she doesn't appreciate me, that's her loss," Eugene thought. "The best thing I can do is let her go and wish her well. That's what love really means. And who knows? Maybe I'll find someone better suited for me someday." When Eugene met Delia 2 days later, he surprised her with his genuine calmness. "I'm returning your things," she said, handing him a small box with the pet mouse cage. "Thank you," Eugene replied. "I hope you'll be happy, Delia." "I mean that." Delia looked at him, clearly not expecting this reaction. "I'm sorry for hurting you, Eugene. You're a better person than I gave you credit for." 3 months later, a new employee joined Eugene's company. Her name was Lisa, and she shared many of Eugene's interests and values. They started as friends, but their connection grew quickly. 6 months later, they were married in a small, beautiful ceremony. Years later, Eugene sometimes thought back to that dark night when anger had nearly pushed him toward a terrible decision. He would look at Lisa sleeping peacefully beside him and feel grateful for the TV show that had changed his perspective and possibly saved his life. Sometimes, Eugene would think, letting go is the first step toward finding something better. 单字 betrayal 背叛的行为 noun an act of betraying someone or something, or the fact of someone or something being betrayed. The credits 电影、电视或广播节目的演职人员名单 phrase a list of people who helped to make a film or a television or radio program that is shown or announced at the beginning or the end of it. Give someone credit for. 认为某人有某种优点或能力. It means to recognize or acknowledge their qualities, abilities, or character. So if someone says this, they re-admitting they misjudged you in the past, and now see you in a more positive light.